Well, Andy, you've, I think, changed something like 40% of the squad over the summer from last season. How do you think the boys have bedded in?
Well, we've had 4 pre-season games, plus what was important for us was to train against Bath. So we're pleased with that, and the boys seem to be settling really well. Good squad atmosphere here, and that's always important, the right attitude. Now there's competition for places, so guys will be really fighting to get in the team, and the quality of training is important as well as quality of performance. At the moment, leading into this season, we feel we're ahead of where we were last year.
In terms of the disappointment of last season, has the door been closed on that? And partly because you've left the MEM as well.
You've got to move on. With any result, it's important to move on very quickly. We've looked at what we had to improve for this year. We improved a lot last year in our performance from the year before, but we didn't improve enough to get promotion. We've improved in our performance though, and what's important now is to keep on improving. Brilliant big to be here for the first time, and to see the stadium, the atmosphere that's going to be created here, but also the pitch is a sensational pitch to play on.
How much of a difference is that going to make, do you think, the surface?
Well, it's always good to have really good underfoot conditions, and I just think the whole atmosphere of moving to Ashton Gate, the atmosphere that will be created, and the sense that this is new is important for everybody involved.
Dwayne mentioned that you spoke about the disappointment of last year at the start of pre-season, but in a sense that conversation put it to bed, didn't it? That was the closing of the door.
Exactly. What's happened. It's history. You're not going to change it. And what's important for us is to keep improving. It's a tough league. It's a league that's getting better and better. And what's vital for us is to put in performances that, in terms of attitude, that we showed at times last year, but to improve our decision making, improve our accuracy when it comes to winning the big games.
In terms of the pre-season, have you come through without any serious bumps and bruises?
We're always going to pick up bumps and bruises, and it's a contact sport, that happens, but we're pleased with where we are. A number of guys will be back probably in October with our long-term injured, but we're seeing players filtering back in at the beginning of September as well. So what is pleasing for us is that, as you'd have seen in training today, we've got a lot of fit players, and players have been given an opportunity to have a run out. They've done well. Youngsters are, and some of our academy players are fitting in, and they're starting to show that they're right to be part of the Bristol setup. So right across the board, the young and the old, there's a good vibe.
What's the latest on Ryan Jones? Is he progressing as expected?
He is, but he's a long-term injured, so you won't be seeing him till mid-October.
Okay. Given last year, where you had a great run, but at the final hurdle didn't get over it, does that change the approach at all this year, or are you still trying to effectively muller the opposition for the 22 matches?
We've got the team that we select to take the field in the Bristol shirt have got to go out there to win, and win well, and understand how to do that. There are going to be times where we're going to have to absorb pressure and be under the cosh, and that's where we see the toughest competitors come out. But we want the guys, every time they go out, making a statement about how why they're part of this club, and it's the challenge for them to be selected for the following week because of the talent that we have here. So each time players are going out, they're always being judged, and it's vital that they get out and perform.
Do you expect Worcester to be your main rivals through the season?
Oh, they're right up there, aren't they? They're the side coming down. They've invested in their squad. They've got a really good squad, well coached, so it should be a cracking game.
And good to have them first. I mean, is that the best sort of showpiece game to have here first up?
We don't decide who we have. It's out of our hands. So Worcester, the team that we've got, we're looking forward to playing against them. If it was a Plymouth, we'd do exactly the same. No matter who we've got, we'll focus on ourselves. What we'd like to think is there'll be a good support turning up to the first game at Ashton Gate, our new home, and we're looking forward to welcoming lots of Bristol supporters here.
And actually 3 of your first 4 games are here, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. It makes it tough on the commercial department when you've got 3 games here. So we're playing a quarter of our season in terms of the championship at home in the first month. So it's pretty hard.
But does that give you a chance to actually get a flying start to the season, if you like?
Whether we play home and away doesn't matter to us. It's important that we're able to perform.
From the outside, I say it does look to be in terms of playoff places for the top 4. You and Worcester ought to be in there. Do you think there are any surprise packages anywhere?
We always have a surprise package. Look at Rotherham last year in the way that they played. So the opportunity is there for all teams to put a run of games together. The difference between Worcester and Bristol is the depth of squad that we have and the quality within that squad, and that's what hits the likes of Rotherham really hard, for example. So, but all sides, we saw last year were able to perform with the quality of the 2 teams. It's right that Worcester and Bristol should be in the playoffs because of the quality that we have here and the quality of coaching from both sides. But you can't just expect it to happen. We've got to make sure that we work hard and achieve that. And we don't want any slip-ups. And you look at Bristol the year that I joined, they came 5th because Nottingham came through and Bedford had a really good season. So it just takes 3 sides to, Leeds are a good side, London Scottish have been investing, Rotherham have been performing well. It takes 3 sides to get a bit of momentum, and they will then put their hands up and put Worcester and ourselves under pressure.
And just lastly from me, in terms of the experienced players you've brought in, how much can they pull through the brighter young sparks among your team?
Well, they're talented players. They've played at the very highest level, and we're expecting them to be able to deliver their performances, but not only raise the level of the other players around them. It's just for them to be able to focus on themselves as well and to deliver the quality that they have.